Let's talk about divisibility rules. Divisibility rules help us to determine, without going through the arduous process of dividing a number by another number, it helps us to determine whether a number is divisible or not by just following certain rules. For example, if a 7-digit or 8-digit number is given to you and you have to find out whether this number is divisible by 9 or 8 or 11 or not, you don't have to actually divide it. You have to just follow a few rules and you will get your answer. How does it help one? Well, it helps one by removing certain options. When you are solving a question, you are sure that your answer should be a multiple of 9. In the answer choices, you are checking which options are not a multiple of 9 and you are removing them from your consideration. There could be a case when out of 5 options or 4 options, only one option is divisible by 9 and that will be your answer. So what are the rules which few of the common divisors follow and how we can cross-check this while solving a question? So let's get started with 2. Whether a number is divisible by 2 or not is determined by just looking at the last digit. If the last digit of the number is one of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then the number is divisible, otherwise it is not. 3, the rule is sum of digits should be a multiple of 3. So if there is a number, I add up all the digits and if the sum comes out to be 15, then the number is divisible because 15 is divisible by 3. But if the sum comes out to be 16, then I am sure that when I divide the original number by 3, remainder is going to be 1. Rule of 4. If I have to find out a number is divisible by 4 or not, I will just look at the last 2 digits. If the last 2 digits are 0, 0 or they themselves are multiple of 4, for example a number ending with 2, 4, I know 2, 4 is a multiple of 4, I am sure the entire number is a multiple of 4. Rule of 5. Last digit should be 5 or 0. Then the number is divisible by 5. What about 6? Well, 6 is itself a multiple of two numbers 2 and 3 which are co-prime to each other. So a number is divisible by 6 or not, I will only check whether it is divisible by 2 and 3. If the number is divisible by 2 as well as 3, that means it is divisible by 6. Rule of 7. What could be rule of 7? There are many rules, but all the rules which tell a person whether a number is divisible by 7 or not are very lengthy rules. I'll tell you a very simple rule. But this rule is only applicable for 3-digit, 4-digit or at max 5-digit numbers. So if you have a number given, divide the number into 2 parts. For example, a number 76305 is there. Or let me take example of a smaller number for explaining you. 2305 is there. Divide it in 2 parts. One part will consist of unit digit and 10-digit numbers. So 2305, 05 in one group and 23 in the other group. So once you have divided it into 2 groups, 05 in one and 23 in other, multiply the first group, that is 23 by 2. Make it 46 and add it to the second group, 05. So 46 plus 05 is 51. And now check this summation, whether this summation is divisible by 7 or not. In our example 2305, the first group is 23 and the second group is 05. You multiply 23 by 2, made it 46 and added it to the second group 05. The result is 51. 51 is not divisible by 7. So 2305 is also not divisible by 7. So no matter how long the number is, but advisable would be to only use it for 4-digit, 5-digit number at max. Doesn't matter how long the number is, you have to divide it into 2 groups. One group will be consisting of unit and 10-digit numbers and remaining all digits in the other group. Multiply the other group by 2, add it to this unit and 10-digit numbers and then check the divisibility by 7 by normal method. Rule of 8. For 2 we used to check the last digit, for 4 we used to check the last 2 digits and for 8 we check the last 3 digits. If the last 3 digits are 0, 0, 0 or 3 numbers which are divisible by 8, then the entire number is divisible by 8. 9 follows the same rule as 3, sum of digits should be divisible by 9 and 10 is the simplest of all. Last digit should be 0, then only the number is divisible by 10. What about 11? 11 is having a rule which intrigues most of the students. It's a very interesting rule of 11. For checking whether the number is divisible by 11 or not, add up all the digits which are in the even places. Then add up all the remaining digits which would be at the odd places. Whatever is the sum of numbers at the even places, subtract that from sum of numbers at the odd places. You will get a result. And if that result is either 0 or any multiple of 11, then only the original number is divisible by 11. Otherwise it is not. So all these common rules, if you keep in mind and use it in your problem solving, you are definitely going to remove the time that you normally take to solve a question. We will solve few questions based on divisibility rules, and your concept about that would be further clarified.